Boys and girls, nerds and nerdlets, welcome back. We are going on to our second best of 5 here in the GSL Code A to see which of our two players is going to move on to that GSL Code S spot.
That's right, Tasteless. That was a pretty quick first one, I got to say. Bit underwhelming, to say the least.
That was like record time for a best of 5.
That was like 40 minutes,
40 minutes, I think.
Wow. Poor Young.
Normally, a best of 5 can be 2 to 2.5 hours, but that was
a good one for sure.
A good one for sure.
Big, juicy one.
Big, juicy best of 5. Moonglade is here subbing in for Artosis. Artosis is in Germany right now for the, why can I suddenly not remember
the Seat
Story Cup. Thank you. So it's good to have you down here, Moonglade.
It's good to be here, Tasis.
This is my first time casting with an Australian. I'm very excited.
Your second time, mate. We did it yesterday.
That's true. I meant, yeah, second time with an Australian. It's very good to have you down here.
It's a lot of fun.
We've had a lot of fun with these games, although that last one was a little bit lackluster. This next one should be probably closer. So we'll see, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just have very short days here.
Yeah, well, especially in Code A, right? Like it is kind of like the challenger sort of thing to get into Code S, and it's kind of like that last step before you can get into Code S. So you do have these kind of mismatches, I guess. So like the higher seeded player versus like the newcomer.
I mean, that last series, it was just a very clear difference between the two skills.
Yeah.
Everything that Dark did worked so well, so much better than I think anybody would have expected it to.
Yeah.
It looked like low masters against a high GM, actually.
He really had Ryung figured out for, stylistically, like Ryung was obviously a very greedy turn in those first couple of games, going for like triple CC and got taken advantage of in game 1 with simple Roach Rush that shouldn't have killed him, but it did. And then the second game, going for that Nidus, so brilliantly timed. Cross map against a mech sort of Terran, that could have been a very long game. That could have gone for like 40+ minutes. Despite of how ahead Dark might have been throughout that whole game, just the way it is on Deadwing. Here we go, Tasteless. GuMiho.
GuMiho, the Tell Terran. There is the new. It's a new Tell, actually.
The sweating nerd.
He has an actual. All jokes aside, he has an actual medical condition where his palms sweat profusely.
It's kind of amazing that he did become a pro gamer even with this this condition, right?
I never thought it would be possible for anybody to play StarCraft at the EPM level necessary with a cloth over the mouse. That's incredible.
It really is something.
He must have very high sensitivity on the mouse, by the way.
Possibly.
I don't think you'd be able to drag that mouse around too much, right?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, he must do. I've never actually got to stand behind him and watch him play. It would make sense. Here is his opponent, Impact. Made it through the Code A qualifier, being a couple of Zergs, Shine and Hyun.
Now, Impact should do a little bit better than Ryung did here.
He should do this. I think this will be a bit more of a closer match. Impact,
I hope so, yeah.
Impact is definitely a great Zerg. We don't get to see him too much in career until he came back recently. He is definitely more of an overseas Zerg. We saw him in DreamHacks like a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
Do pretty well for himself.
Impact, this is going to be a tough match for him, though. I mean, GuMiho is very, very good. He's one of the best multitaskers in the game. He oftentimes simply exhausts his opponent. Not all of GuMiho's attacks are clean, but they are coming at you so fast you might not be able to keep up.
If there was one trait I had to say GuMiho does better than anyone else, it is that multitasking, that multi-drops. And whoa, we're starting on Iron Fortress.
Sick.
Whoa, I was not expecting that map to pop up ever.
And the two maps that were voted off were Expedition Lost and Bonnie Research Station.
So how about that? All right, so Overgrowth, Deadwing, King Sejong, and Merry-Go-Round after that. Pretty nice map pool. Kind of what you'd expect, except for Iron Fortress, obviously. I can't remember the last Iron Fortress match that I've seen, Tasteless, that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I think there's been like 1 or 2 games in it at most.
I hardly have casted any games on this map. I actually don't feel like I know this map very well at all. So
no, I don't think anyone does, except maybe these players.
Well, hopefully these guys.
Oh, they might not.
We'll have to see. Next map, with Overgrowth there, that's a map they've got a lot of experience on. Let's see what Impact is going to open up with here. GuMiho, he doesn't normally have fancy openers. He just goes for some kind of drop or harass and builds and builds and builds from there.
Yeah, he's an interesting Terran, actually, because he does love his mech play as well, which is a lot of fun to see, especially against Zerg. I guess it will depend on the map. Obviously, maps like King Sejong and Deadwing will prefer more Iron Fortress. I'm going to have another look at this map to really decide if it would be good for that kind of style as well. We'll find out in just a moment.
We are very close to beginning this game. Both players are in the lobby. It is a best of 5. GuMiho against Impact here. GuMiho getting hyped up, getting in the zone. I'm curious to see what Impact has in store for us here. We already saw one Axiom player get crushed out here. Will we see the same thing happen again? I certainly hope not. I would like to have some longer, more dramatic games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Impact can definitely give GuMiho a run for his money. GuMiho, though, has been doing very well the last few months.
Yeah, GuMiho is just, he's been around forever, man. He's just a very, very solid player. So I have high expectations today. Our best of 5 has loaded up. GuMiho against Impact in the GSL Code A. In the bottom right, he is called the Tau Terran.
Invasion GuMiho.
See if we get a shot of that towel over the mouse now. Nope, not this time.
Nope.
And in the bottom left, our Zerg player.
Axiom Impact.
Some support here in the audience from Impact. For Impact, excuse me.
Yeah, we even saw MMA in the audience as well.
Oh, let's talk about, well, story time, guys. Moonglade and I are so stupid. We were in the makeup room, and MMA's in there, and we just, I mean, you know, we're getting ready for the broadcast, we're getting our makeup done, and we go by MMA, we go, hey, good luck today. And I did it, and then apparently Moonglade did it separately. Then we get up here, and we're like, wait a minute, he's not even playing today. But the funny thing is, MMA didn't say anything.
He's like, thank you.
He's like, thank you.
Thank you, fight.
He's like, those two Western commentators are such idiots, man. Like, we got up here, we're like, oh, God, I guess we did that. I guess
it actually happened.
I can't believe that.
God bless his heart for letting it go.
Yeah, what a sweet kid, right?
Oh, well. It happens.
That happened. Yeah, it happens. Oh, well. It's so funny. So, we have the hatchery coming down here now. And it is, so far, pretty standard TvZ. There's not much else we can tell you guys.
There's a bit of a juicy match history. Granted that most of these are online qualifiers and whatnot, so both these players do like to play online a lot. Can be kind of a problem when it comes to these offline tournaments, though. There's obviously a lot of online games that they can research and look at exact styles. Yeah. So these guys have played 23 times by the looks of it, 13 to 10 in favor of GuMiho.
Although GuMiho has won way more of those series, which is important to note.
That is a good point. But GuMiho is definitely very stylistic. He's got his own style, his own ideas about the game, so that can be a bit of a boon to a player, or can be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it really depends on who you're up against, you know. Okay, Moon. See how this Reaper does. Is there any, what'd you call me?
Tasty McTaste. You didn't like that?
I don't know.
You didn't like that?
What is a good nickname for Tasteless?
The Tastinator.
The Tastinator. Yeah, I like that. That's good, the Tastinator.
All right, the Tastinator it is.
Yeah, Kana.
It's me and the Tastinator.
Tastinator cannot self-terminate. Cannot self-tastinate.
You gotta work on your Ani voice a little bit, my friend.
Are you kidding me? That's a really good Arnold.
No.
You do Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go. It's like, there's some drop bears over here. I'm like, no, that's an Australian accent. That's what you normally talk like.
Oh God, I used to be able to do one.
You can't do it.
Give me a little while, Tasteless.
All right.
Let me think about this for a sec.
Reaper is being chased back now.
Get to the chopper.
How was that?
That was kind of...
I think it was better than yours,
Get
Tastinator.
to the chopper now!
No!
Get down! Yeah.
No, Tasteless.
I think I've gotten better and better at this.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a creep tumor.
It's not a creep tumor.
That Reaper almost died, Tasteless.
It did.
It got away, though, so it will heal up. Thank God. Thank God for healing drugs.
Yes.
I want to know the lore behind this, Tasteless, because I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with it? I'm fine with it.
No, I reckon they must have used some sort of Zerg biology there. You know, they must have like found a way. That's a good point.
Yeah, how does the Reaper heal that fast? That's crazy.
I think they must.
Why do they not just give that to the Marines too? Terran would not die if the Terran army just had regen on all their stuff. Imagine a Marauder healing like that. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Zerg could only make Banelings.
David Kim, what's going on, man?
We have the Roach Warren about halfway done. This does appear to be since it's in the layer tech. I don't know if we're going to... Well, actually, I was almost going to say we were going to have Burrow Roaches. Then I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't a PvZ. I think he's going to do a Nidus, actually.
He might just do that, actually. Oh, but these 3 Reapers are going to get a few kills here, I think. They can 2-shot drones. Very scary. Looks like the Queen will deal with one of them. No, he's going to let them go, actually.
Wow, actually, Impact might be in great shape coming up here. Oh, I thought he was going to get that last hit.
I think it's important that he keeps one alive at least, you know. If he has that one alive, he has something to sit outside the base, try and deny any sort of new tombs that come out. Whoa. Deny. He cancelled a ton of roaches. And he's going into muted. Okay.
Interesting.
A little bit of indecision from Impact. I don't know if I like that. He was really down that road, and he was already like on 3 gases. Like, he didn't have the sort of gas income to just go straight into mutas. I think by the time the Spy is finished, he might be able to make 5, maybe 6 at most. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this play. Let's see how it works out, though. I mean, it should catch GuMiho off guard. Okay, well, this is a nice play here with the Viking. Just get this out and push back any Overlords. You don't want to have them have any intel as to what you're doing here. Hellions are going to deny that drone from going up here and making an additional base.
Well, here we go. Here's a lot of damage potential. If he finds the hits. 4. Maybe 1 more. Oh, 2 more. 3. 1 Hellion. So annoying. So obnoxious, Stasis.
Yeah, so obnoxious.
It frustrates me to no end. You have no idea.
Oh, I bet.
I'd be breaking keyboards by now.
This have you ever broken a keyboard playing?
No, I've never.
I've never raged that hard. I know people who have though, man.
I could never do that. I have never.
The maddest I've ever gotten in a StarCraft game was I once threw a plastic cup. I didn't know my roommate was in the room sleeping.
Oh, really?
So I threw the cup, and then he like woke me up. What happened? And I'm like, oh my god, I know you're in here. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I am such a child. So we have the factory coming by here and landing down over here. And we just see GuMiho powering up. You were right, Moonglade. It's going to be 6 mutas here.
I am right. But look, turrets already completed. Marines already in position. That 1 tank could possibly get sniped if you see these mutas on top of their stuff. But I don't know. He's not going to find too much with it, but it will give him the opportunity to go into a stable sort of game with Ling, Muta, Bane, you know, the sort of style that we always see. Give him that opening and also give him space to get that 3rd base up and running. I think that was real potential for those roaches to do some damage.
I just don't think that he should have done this switch up. Yeah. It's not that hard for Terran to spot it, you know? I see why he did it, I just don't know if it was the best play here.
Well, it's just so easy to counter as well, right? Like, if you was like, okay, you got fast mutas, but guess what? Turrets are going to be out even earlier than that, especially if I'm on top of my scouting. Getting a couple of SCVs there. And one other problem is like the upgrades. Look how far behind the upgrades are for Impact because he went for these fast mutas. He's only just finished his evolution chambers, Tasteless, and we are seeing 1-1 completed for GuMiho. That is a nightmare.
This is bad right now. These positions not hard for Terran to push. Zerg is forced, by the way, to take that expansion over there at the upper area because otherwise siege tanks could literally park right here and hit the... You see the mutas flying over it. He cannot expand there. Yeah. Oh, nice play. Just getting these lings in there.
Oh, my. He's actually going to get a few, I think, if he wants to.
Well, GuMiho is continuing to power up here. In fact, Terran with a supply lead, which is quite abnormal for this part of the game.
Yep, supply lead, worker lead. Still Impact playing kind of catch up from his early build order, sort of, I guess, disadvantage. And he's trying to find something with these mutas, and looks like he's gearing up for a counterattack, possibly if he sees GuMiho move out at all.
By the way, guys, we are playing with a new patch here. This is a Zerg game.
That's true.
So I don't know if we're going to see Swarmhouse at all, but that's just something to keep in mind.
Ooh, nice.
Don't forget the Swarmhouse cannot burrow without the burrow upgrade now. Just a few reminders here.
Yeah, it will be interesting if we ever see them. I think the only chance we do have of seeing them would probably be if we do see GuMiho go for mech, which is a pretty big possibility. But besides that, I don't think they're just about any use at all against Bio at this point.
Baneling's going to try to come up here. Let's see if this actually does any damage. No, there's just no way. He's just more than prepared. 133 to 133. Supply is dead even. But yeah, I mean, GuMiho's not missing a beat when it comes to his macro. He's very on top of his upgrades, everything. Impact really needs to bunch those mutas together a little bit better.
Ooh, here we go. Finally, a drop on the map from GuMiho. Found a way in behind, around that spore, and already doing a lot of damage, forcing all these drones to be pulled as well as getting a few. And now the news.
Oh, nice catch.
Ooh, man, he's going to pick up. Wow.
And he'll be moving towards the main now.
And look, he's going to get the 4th base easily from this. He's just so out of position. He's going to get more mutas from this. He might even be able to get that one. Oh, he does. Impact kind of falling apart from just this single drop. Really put out of position.
I was really impressed with GuMiho actually intercepting those mutas. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Very important.
Usually if you get the muta count down very low, Terran just starts to win very easily.
Ooh, nice pickup as well. Another drop into the natural. And you know, that was even a fantastic trade with the Lings and mutas. No Banelings hitting those Marines for the longest time. He will eventually clean them up, but I feel like GuMiho's already done the damage he needed to do with them.
I think you're right. Kind of surprised to see these. I think this must be a bad rally.
Yeah, maybe.
This is clearly a bad rally. A bit of a misplay there from GuMiho. He's going to be kicking himself for that one, for sure.
Bit awkward, that's for sure. Still, he maintains a nice supply lead.
Yeah. Kind of funny, isn't it? Let's see if this drop over here with the, I believe it's 4 Widow Mines inside the medevac, turns out to be effective.
Surprised he's not waiting for Drilling Claws to be upgraded before he goes for it as well. You know, it's not that far away. Like some things are waiting for it, but okay, he's on top of it. I would have probably... Ooh, he gets all the larvae. That's actually pretty good. Gets a queen. I would have thought he might want to pop 2 into the main base or something as well, you know?
Yeah.
Try and spread them out, force drones off both lines. These are eventually going to get cleaned up. Actually, that one on the ram could very well do more damage.
That's true.
And that one left actually unchecked as well, so it's going to be another drone hit. See how many gets hit. 3-3 on the way now for GuMiho.
Good job here by Impact. Just driving out that medevac there. Again, though, he has to not lose these drones.
Yeah, he cannot be affording this, especially with his 4th base delayed for this long. Like
they're both supposed to be done making workers. So, you know, if you have 2 guys only making attacking units and one guy suddenly has to make a remake, let's say 7 drones or something, or 7 SCVs, you're going to be slowed down. That's going to give that guy a lot more momentum.
Yeah. Well,
still, that Widow Mine, by the way, is there.
Still, yeah. Ooh, Bird Banelings. Very nice. And Muta's trying to find something. A pretty decent Muta count at this point, but there are Thors in this mix. Gonna be 2 bunched up. Nice amount of damage. The creep spread's kind of lacking though, Tasis. Only like 3 active tumors by the look of it, but still, Impact finding a way in.
Yeah, nice play here by Impact to get some of these SCVs. This is the exact kind of play that he needed here. Again, supply is still even here. 156, both at about 160 here.
Wow, that was 15 SCVs.
Nice burrow back there, too. Terran's pushing. How many Banelings does he have? He's making 5. I'm not sure what the total is, but he's going to need a good amount here if he wants to survive this.
Yeah, how many mines does GuMiho have right now, actually?
I don't see any in that army.
I think I see like 1, and that's about it. So he's got to be very careful where he engages. He's buried.
Yeah.
Baneling's looking for a hit.
Don't know if they're going to get it. Almost said he should be using those 2 Marines down there until I realized those were changelings.
Well, there's 2 Widow Mines that might just get blown up. Ooh, not paying attention.
Oh my gosh, Impact could have had that.
I think he might have just dealt with him. But here we go. Looks like Impact going to go for the engagement. Thankfully, though, GuMiho is off creep. Oh.
Yeah. Nice job here, splitting these Marines very well. He does get that Thor, but GuMiho can still keep pushing forward. Supply still completely even here. And
it's only going to get worse, Tasis, because 3-3 is just about to finish for GuMiho, and that's when Terran gets super cost-efficient in this kind of matchup. And we're going to see Impact staying on 2-2 for the longest time. We're going to try and close things out simply with this Mutiling Bane composition.
Lings are going to come up here now.
Good time to do it.
I got to say, Impact is putting up a very good fight here. It's been a bit of a back and forth game here. Excuse me. Bit of a back and forth game here. GuMiho not quite able to effectively push across that map. By the way, for the way this map is structured, Zerg is going to just keep expanding to the top left. There's plenty of expos to take up there. Terran will probably have to win this by pushing into the heart of the Zerg's base by going into the main.
Yeah, it seems that way. The one thing I'm kind of nervous about is GuMiho's already stopped the dropping, you know. Something that GuMiho used to do a lot in the past was he'd constantly be dropping all over the place. And now, this could be a big problem because he's going to have to fight this giant Mutaling Bane army front on every single time unless he starts dropping and trying to get the Mutas at least out of position. Generally, the kind of the most basic sort of strategy for Terrans on any map is to really try and pull the Zerg apart as much as they can before they go for that push in the middle.
Just massing up more Banelings here. We're getting close to the max out point. Not really able to do much with these Mutas, though, as far as harassing that. Terran should also be expanding continuously up. But Zerg needs to get another expansion ahead here, and so far he's not quite able to do that. I like the Mutas coming into the main. This is a really smart move. Oh, good scans though by GuMiho. He's going to be able to take out the Baneling traps.
Yeah, very smart. And he does see all these Banelings being morphed, so he does know exactly the positioning he has to take. Marauder's leading the way, going to be trying to soak up as many Banelings as he can, and he did soak up a lot there. Yeah,
a good amount. Thor also in the front here. Muta's now coming back to mid, a full circle through here. GuMiho continuing to push forward. Impact, I mean, it's getting close. He's losing a lot of Banelings as they're being produced.
Oh, here we go. He's going to go for a big engagement, though. And look at the spread from GuMiho. As I say that, every Marine dies. Awkward. But still, pretty cost efficient.
Nice pickup there. Just get a few extra shots off. But, yeah, I mean, Terran was driven back. How far back, though, it's not clear. The push is continuing to come forward now. Reinforcements are on the way, too. We just had 20 Lings hatch here. 14 Banelings being made. He needs to get those 14 Banelings finished so he can survive the next attack here from GuMiho.
Can you imagine if there was actually a drop on the map while this was all happening at that 4th base? Like, he could have done so much damage simply because Impact had the Mutas in the main base of GuMiho. He had a big fight at the natural.
Yeah.
He could have done so much work if he had to simply just split off a drop, just like we're seeing now.
And, I mean, GuMiho just continues to stay strong and push forward. This looks like it should be a very long game, by the way. It doesn't seem like either player is really breaking under the pressure. And this is much better. This is much more what I wanted compared to the, you know, a dark game against Ryung.
Creep spread, though, is kind of lacking, which it kind of makes me nervous for Impact, especially when he's engaging this kind of army with down a set of upgrades like he is. He's not transitioning to Tier 3, and he's not spreading creep. He's simply just staying on Ling Muta Bane. And that's only going to work for so long.
The push continues to go on forward now. He's doing a good job, by the way, keeping the creep back. That's something we haven't really pointed out. There's really only creep around the Zerg's expansion itself.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a good creep lane here.
It's pretty much non-existent on the map at this point.
Yeah,
which
or at least creep tumors are. The creep is dissipating, we should say, at least.
Now, like, Impact's just not finding a way in, and he's going to have such hard engagements on the map without creep to help out, try and catch these bio.
Let's see if he actually scans and notices there are these Baneling mines. This is a pretty, well, beat me to it.
They're actually too spread out as well.
Took the play right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So he's going to continue to push forward now.
Here we go.
And another scan goes down over here.
That is just way too much, Tasteless.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty scary Marauder wall. Enough Widow Mines.
Oh.
I think this is the beginning of the end. Let's see, though.
There's no Banelings left over. They're spawning right under the bio. Here we go from the top of the bunch. But still, that's a great spread from GuMiho.
And just nice splitting from GuMiho. He's continuing to press forward. And this was, yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back here. He just had enough good micro, just enough Marines. He's done it. He should push forward again with the Widow Mines here. And this should be GG. Although I got to say, Impact definitely can hold his own. That was a 25-minute game.
He definitely had an impact in that game, Tasteless.
He definitely did, Mooney. One shot's that. Well, this is going to bring us now into game number 2. GuMiho looks great, though.
Yeah,
Impact, he's not bad.
He's not bad at all.
That was almost like watching those two arm wrestle or something. You know, they're locked there. For a while, nobody seems to be making any headway, and eventually one player's muscle just gave out. In this case, it was just Impact's ability to macro.
Yeah. It really also comes down to the fact that eventually in the late game like that, Terran is always going to have an advantage simply cost efficiently because he's going to be 3-3. He's going to have Widow Mines with Drilling Claws upgrade. He's going to have Thors for the AoE on the mutas. And we have Impact sitting at +1 mutas, +1 attack mutas, and 2 Ling Bane. It's not going to work after a while, especially if you don't have creep spread on the map. You really have to find your time with this Zerg army. You've got to overwhelm Wild Terrans on 3 base. You've got to find that engagement that's going to let you counterattack and jump on top of the Terran in their production line and try and checkmate him right there. If you don't find that, they just run out of time.
Yeah. It's interesting to see MMA in the booth, by the way. Really good guy to have.
I thought he was playing today, man.
On your side. Yeah, we're such jobbers, man. Good luck, MMA. He's like, thank you. Good job, Taste and Moonglade to make him room. MMA's not going to play today. But, look, good guy to have in the booth. MMA is not that different from GuMiho. He's solid, well-rounded, good at pushing, good at harassing. Right. Usually breaks his opponent down by the multitasking. So MMA going into that booth, giving Impact some advice on how to take on someone like GuMiho. Let's see if that advice works now on game number 2. The map is Overgrowth.
I could definitely see a very similar game to last game on this map. I reckon it could go the distance as well.
Sure.
It's the same sort of layout, I have to say. Like, not exactly, but it definitely give both players the ability to go to up to 4 bases and have that kind of healthy macro game.
Yeah.
You could even see GuMiho go for mech on this map if he really wants to, because it is a great mech map.
Question, though, is this going to be a 3-0? I do feel like by the very end there, GuMiho was clearly better. He just was able to handle more. Hopefully Impact can come back. Otherwise, this will be a very bad day for the Team Axiom. In the bottom left, in the red, he is
Invasion GuMiho.
Tal Terran.
Wow. It's more like a handkerchief.
Yeah, it is, actually.
Handkerchief Terran.
Handkerchief Terran. We've been calling him Tal Terran for too long, though. We can't go back now.
It's all a lie.
In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Axiom Impact.
Ooh, nice keyboard.
Wow. Interesting color.
Easter themed.
Is it? Pink and
so.
Pink and green.
That's pretty Easter-esque, right?
Is it?
I mean, I think so.
I didn't even know what the colors of Easter are. I didn't even know there were colors.
Yeah, they're like pastel colors. I think of the colors of Easter eggs.
But they're like every color.
Sure. Let's look at that pink, though. Kind of a pastel pink. Maybe the green a little bit too dark. I don't know.
There's no Easter out here, Tesos.
Sure there is.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't see any Easter eggs.
Well, Easter Bunny, I don't know, but Easter holiday, yeah, I mean, there's some of that.
Okay.
I think they do some Easter egg hunts out in Korea. I don't know, though.
I want to go on an Easter egg hunt.
We should do that.
Just
you and me as guys in our 30s should go do that, man. Oh, no, you're not in your 30s yet. You're 28, right?
I'm 28, Tesos.
28. 28's a good age.
It's a nice age, yeah.
It's a nice age, yeah. 30's a good age, too.
Turning 29 this year, though.
Well, that's a weird age, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it feels weird.
It's like a year before
you're like,
30.
am I almost done with my 20s?
Yeah. Am I half dead?
I can tell you that you're exactly the same in your 30s as you are in your 20s.
Yeah.
You just end up with kind of like more stuff, I guess. Lived a little bit longer. You have more possessions.
More experiences.
I was told by some wise friends the 30s are basically the 20s but better. And so
really?
far it seems like that to me, yeah.
Are they just saying that because they're in their 30s?
They are in their 30s, but they're also doing very well for themselves. So
okay.
Yeah. I enjoy getting older, actually. I really do. Some people like fear age. I can't wait to be 80, man.
Really?
I want to hurry up and get old, man.
I'm terrified of being that old. I don't know. I don't know what it's like, but
with my head attached to a robot's body, yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. With lasers and chainsaws for arms, yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty sick.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of thinking about being past my physical excellence. You know, my prime. Physical
well, Tasteless is going to be the best prime ever with his titanium alloy body.
Well, that's true, I guess. That is very true.
And I have like
the
robot scorpion legs as I move around and stuff, you know?
Oh, you're going to be one of those robots.
Yeah, of course I am.
Damn.
With a chainsaw on one arm and a laser for the other.
You're just going to freak people out. You like one of those aliens from Doom or something?
Yeah, exactly. I have like a big metallic monocle over one eye that makes my eye red and stuff.
It's completely pointless, but you have
like, what is that? I'm like, I can see people without their clothes on. Yeah, man. It's going to be great.
Whoa.
Moonglade and his robot kangaroo, his head attached to a robot kangaroo, okay? Carrying Brennan and Wolf around in a big pouch and stuff. Just, you are a bogan. Yeah. I'm totally ready to be old.
Wolf would be in like a mechanical wolf, right? Like, he'd actually
Probably.
just be yeah, like on his 4 legs, running around.
Probably, yeah. Riding around on a robot mechanical wolf. Artosis attached to his robot butterfly body, flying around.
Butterfly?
Mech is so beautiful. Tasteless
He'd be like an ostrich
pins
buddy.
him to the wall. What?
An ostrich buddy, wouldn't it be?
Oh, it could be. Yeah. Artosis in his robot emu body.
His big bird buddy.
He does look like an emu, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got kind of emu hair. Yeah. A handsome emu at that.
Yeah, very handsome.
Very handsome emu. So we got an armory coming up here for GuMiho.
Yeah, you know what that means? It's going to be Hellbats Tasteless.
Yeah?
Yummy.
That little Hellbat push.
But
we do have some roaches coming here for Impact.
Well, for a little bit, though, I believe the Hellbats will be out in time to actually do some decent damage. I think it looks like Impact's going for maybe a fast, like, Tier 2 Roach rush. Roach speed rush. It's still going to be a while, though. He's lining up with that lair.
Yeah, it's all synced up, really.
Could mean danger, because no Spine Crawler, no Speedlings, no Baneling Nest. Only a Roach Warren about to finish. So if GuMiho, if he is going to be this aggressive, now is the time.
Let's see how this goes. GuMiho going for a timing rush here. Is Impact going to be ready? 7 roaches on the way here. The Hellbats are already pushing forward, though. Link's coming up here to try to help out, but not doing too much help, as they've already been destroyed. Running out of room to back away now. And Hellions are continuing to move up here. He's going to, looks like more Hellbats to be in over here, too. Oh, man, he's actually getting a good amount of drones here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, no, he's not. He's only gotten 2. It looked like he was getting more, but no, it's just 2 kills, actually.
All right. Maybe
he
not
that. Whoa!
Nearly.
He actually didn't really do much at all. 3 drones for that?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
I guess he got a queen, right?
I don't think it's worth it, though.
No, it's not.
And now GuMiho's got to step it up back at home.
The counterattack.
This could be very strong.
Very dangerous. He is already making Marauders, though. He was like already thinking about it. He's like, okay, I got to make Marauders. Is he going to bring some Hellions out? Maybe he's going to try and counterattack with a few. Not a bad idea, actually, but can he actually hold us with a single bunker is the next question.
That is the question, man. All right, he goes in here. Is he going to try to come up here and get the bunker? No, he's going to go for depots first.
Yeah, he won't be able to kill it.
Oh, cool. He could even go around here. GuMiho could.
And 2 Marauders in that now, so we should be able to shut this down. Losing a few SCVs, but...
Well, he's killing more SCVs than GuMiho killed back there.
Well, as you say that, Tasteless. 3 down.
Doesn't seem to be watching those roaches back there at his base either. Going up into the main now. Any bruised drones in here? We're going to find out in a second. Nice cleanup here. Yeah, that'll be the end of that rush, but I like the idea there. Just hide those Hellions, run them in there in case Zerg tries to counterattack. It worked out pretty nicely. Ended up giving the drone kills he couldn't get earlier.
Yeah, got rid of a lot of roaches at the front of that natural as well while he wasn't paying attention. And he's just simply going to transition into heavy bio style. Obviously going to go for a lot of Marauders against this roach style. And it's a very late third base for Impact, which is the scary thing here.
Yeah. GuMiho continuing to power up. One of the later Baneling Nests you'll see in a ZVT here, that's for sure.
Yeah, very late. I mean, Stim is just about to finish as well. These roaches aren't going to find anything. Not against this many Marauders.
So the Spire coming up here. We see Zerg already banking up some gas to get some mutas out here. I'll probably have about 6 Mutalisks when that's done, unless, of course, he spends all that gas on something else. And Ling Speed, actually also very late Ling Speed this game. Kind of a funny-looking game here from Zerg, although he seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, it really seemed like Impact wanted to try and just simply win the game with his Roach Speed attack. Maybe he was thinking for sure GuMiho might go for a greedy build, maybe even go into mech, but that wasn't the case at all. GuMiho very smartly. I mean, with that Hellbat attack, really figured out exactly what Impact had planned as well.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're going 2-base Roach from this. And this is actually going to be very dangerous, but Mutas aren't going to be out in time. There's no Banelings, there's a lot of Lings on the way, but there is Stim Bio here.
He's coming up now. Impact has to hold this base, by the way. He cannot lose this. If he loses, oh my god, if he loses this, he's probably going to lose the game. You can't have GuMiho taking a third base while Zerg's losing his third. And the micro is a little bit ridiculous here from GuMiho. Question is, are there enough mutas here? It looks like the Marine number is just getting low enough. Yes, he will hold off this attack. Nicely done.
Yeah, he still traded very efficiently there.
He really did, yeah.
And he can follow this up. He already has a lot of bio at this third base. Got to throw down some turrets though to be sure. He can defend against everything. +1 attack, nearly finished as well as armor. So GuMiho is going to be up a set of upgrades, like he has been in just about every game we've had. Oh, the first game at least.
Coming up now.
And look at that lack of creep spread from that third base.
Yeah, well,
that's going to be a huge problem coming up to this this next point.
He did do that. Excuse me, hold on a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat here.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, as you were saying, I get what you say. Yeah, he was going for that 2-base aggression, so it really leaves a very sort of rough mid-game here, because he's never had the chance to throw down any extra creep tumors. But the problem with this map is you really need creep spread for your fourth base.
I mean, look at how he can just kite those banelings with the Marines.
Yeah, that's a big problem. He's even picking them up. That's so smart.
Yeah, banelings
nice
just not getting the connections they needed here. And he is separating the Terran army here. It looks like there might just barely not be enough.
Yeah, I think maybe he can actually push on the creep here. It's a lot of bio, but they just already stim once. Oh, and those banelings are wasted.
This army is getting a little bit sparse here from Terran. GuMiho might want to consider backing up. He's at least going to regroup. Let's see if he keeps pushing forward here. I think GuMiho is actually at the point where he needs to stop, or at least regroup and slow down, because it's getting a little bit more dire here.
Yeah, he did all that without Widow Mines, which is a problem as well. Like,
yeah,
them being the most cost efficient. We see one Widow Mine, I think might have just gone off on the Zerg army there. And looks like Impact going for a counterattack. No bunker here, so he could actually do a lot of damage.
Looks like he decides otherwise, backs off, letting more of these banelings finish up here. And is he actually going to get that Widow Mine, I wonder? Oh, nice drop over there. Let's see if he actually goes and drops in the main here.
I like how he's just waiting for now, because he knows, obviously, the whole army is going to be rotating towards him. But if he keeps it behind the mineral patch like this, it's going to be a very cost-efficient sort of cleanup. A very cost-efficient fight for GuMiho, as we see Impact try and clean it up.
Yeah, and it was actually, very cost-efficient considering. I like that Impact did go for the medevac first there. That was a smart move not on that engage, or that could have lasted a lot longer.
Neck and neck with supply still. 2-2 just about to finish for GuMiho. About to be up another set of upgrades.
This game looking quite similar to the previous game we saw here.
Very similar.
You know, just both tied here. The question is, can Impact survive in the later game?
Yeah. He hasn't really compensated for, obviously, his early aggression and made like an extra creep queen, because he really needs to creep out here. Like, he's only got one active tumor, it looks like, in the front of that natural. So it's going to leave his fourth bases to be very vulnerable moving into a macro game like this.
The muta's coming down now. This changes everything. I was going to say that I think that, you know, GuMiho's army is getting a little bit too sparse to really do these ballsy plays. But this big-ass drop over here going into the main, this could be really effective, especially with the mutas out of position here.
Baneling's kind of already in position. He's got to get like a really nice position behind these mineral patches, I think.
Yeah, and he got that with those 3 Marauders there.
Baneling's coming in.
He's got to pick up again. Just redrop it again. That's so funny.
Yeah, the mutas actually can't clean it up either, but that's still too many Marines. And while this is all happening, the counterattack at that fourth base.
He needs to boost back out of there with those medevacs. And this is actually the real story here. Oh my God, still one Marauder there. That's not good.
Imagine he kills that spawning pool with that one Marauder. That would be the worst thing in the world.
You know, it just seems like GuMiho's never bringing enough of an army to ever do anything. All Zerg has, it's like Zerg's playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
But there's only 2 holes here, and they're just on opposite sides of the board. But it's not, this is not a game that so far looks like it's been very tough for Impact at all. But, I mean, each push he comes out here with is doing less and less damage, you know?
Yeah, he's definitely running himself very thin, which is kind of interesting because I feel like he is taking pretty cost-efficient fights. He's essentially on equal bases. He's just, I don't know, he hasn't found like that groundbreaking sort of victory in the fights. Maybe just not enough Widow Mines or just not getting the Widow Mine hits.
Yeah.
Impact being very careful when engaging. And oh, this could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is pretty rough, man. keeping GuMiho back is really all that Impact has to do. Now, mind you, when Impact takes that base over there at the upper left, anything else that Impact takes is going to be much harder to hold. This isn't as big of a map as like we had in the previous game, for instance, on Iron Fortress.
Oh, wow. So many mutas actually going to be cleaning up a lot of these SCVs, if not all of them. Doesn't look like GuMiho is paying attention.
Well, I think Impact might lose this. The way I look through this game going. Nice hit there.
Ooh.
Everything he's doing, the idea is right. It's the execution that is proving to be ineffective. We now have 20 mutas out.
Look at the bank of GuMiho right now, Tasteless.
Oh my god, I had not even noticed that. What is the story with this? GuMiho is just falling apart.
Yeah, he's really lost.
Never get that many minerals. That's never okay.
He's lost the plot, Tasteless. He needs to make a few more barracks. He needs to do something, man. He needs to start spending that money. He's already still got a chunk of it after spending 1,000 of both resources. Kind of insane. Does he even have 3-3 on the way? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm not sure. Terrence pushing up here now. He has gotten his minerals gas to be the more reasonable level, but still.
It's going to be a hard fight. So that is so many banelings, so many mutalisks. GuMiho has got to be very careful. He cannot actually, just let this army go, because there's going to be such a huge counterattack on his third base if he gets wiped off.
I think the sheer number of banelings he can produce off of having 4 bases mining gas, I just don't foresee him being killed here. If GuMiho breaks him here, that would be huge.
Well, it is off creep. That's to say it's one big advantage he has. Nice spreads at the very least from GuMiho. I think he will get cleaned up there.
There's just too many mutas.
Yeah.
When the banelings come in and do all that damage, the remainder is that there's more mutas, sometimes even double mutas, compared to the Marines on the ground.
Whoa, big hits on those mutas. So
yeah, one misplay there, and the Stim Marines are going to mow down all those mutas.
Yeah, this is his opportunity because obviously Banes are only just begin morphing now.
By the way, 3-3 is about to finish here. It'll be done before these banelings are. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, I think all these banelings are actually going to get mopped up. This Widowmine remains.
Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, so I think GuMiho is about to win, kind of like the last game.
Yeah.
He just barely has enough. It just seems like the macro engine for GuMiho is a little bit superior here compared to Impact. That's the story of this best of 5 so far. GG, GuMiho now up 2-0.
Yeah, they are going the distance, but yeah, GuMiho keeps getting ahead in the late game there. Impact never really finding his way into the economy of GuMiho. He's not trying to destroy that third base at all.
You almost have to visualize this best of 5 as like you got these 2 top-end race cars, okay? They are head-to-head going around the track. One gets a little bit ahead of the other one, and the other one catches up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, the Impact race car, you see smoke coming out of the engine. There's not enough oil in the machine.
It just runs out.
It runs out of gas and breaks down, and GuMiho goes to the finish line. Yeah. That is what this best of 5 is looking like. They are so evenly matched. They're so good, but GuMiho has the stamina, and he is able to keep the wheels spinning for the amount of time that's necessary for him to have a win.
Impact's opener did him no favors either. Like going into a macro game after a 2-base roach, speed timing, like you're not going to have the creep spread for your 4th base. He never had creep spread on the map. He was defending from like his hatchery's creep spread, which is absolutely horrible. It makes every fight so much harder, especially against Bio that is 3-3, which is what we saw by the end. It just gets so much harder for the Zerg as the game gets later like that. Every time you see Life play, for instance, it's always like Life is on 4 base, Ling Muta Bane. He's going to try and kill you. He's going to keep trying to kill you unless he just fails and then he loses the game. That's pretty much the name of ZBT right now when it comes to Mutaling Bane versus Bio. Like, Zerg has like a window of opportunity, and a pretty big window at that. Like, they can even do work against 3-3 Bio if they have the creep spread. But if you don't have the creep spread like that, you will get whittled down.
Absolutely. Well, we're going on to game number 3. I'm not sure what Impact should be doing differently here. Maybe going for some kind of cheese, some kind of rush. Maybe trying to get in GuMiho so that he's behind enough that Impact, when he goes into the mid-game, can actually have the army, I should say, necessary to maybe smash out GuMiho. Because, I mean, once we get to about the 20-minute marker, Impact, you can just see he must be tired. He can't keep making banelings and mutas. He can't handle the pressure, the presence of GuMiho this far along on the map.
I think he just needs to try and have a healthy macro game. Not try to go for any of these early shenanigans, early sort of cheeses or anything like that, and try and creep spread, play like a normal game, because he is doing well in these macro games to a point. And I think creep spread is one of the bigger points here, one of the bigger problems.
I agree. Game number 3 has loaded up. It will come down to the map. Deadwing, can Impact find it inside of himself to get the energy, the power, the macro to take on GuMiho, or does GuMiho move on to the GSL Code S?
Invasion GuMiho.
The handkerchief Terran.
Towel Terran.
Not today, Tasteless.
In the upper left, in the blue, he is
Axiom Impact.
the handkerchief Zerg, right?
Yeah, that's better. Ooh, he needs one. You saw that sniffle.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no.
What are you doing, Gumi?
What is going on, Gumi?
Gumi
McGummy Bears?
Gumi
What's happening,
Bears?
buddy? Are you gonna make a proxy Rex?
It certainly looks like it. Whoa!
No way.
Hello. Okay. That happened.
What do you just cancel everything and make a command center now? What is it?
Well, I guess you make a Rax at home and play for a normal game.
Well, you already got gas. Nothing normal about this game.
Well, you play an awkward normal game.
Well, good instinct there from Impact in catching that. That was a really nice play.
Did his homework on Deadwing, no doubt.
Yes, he did.
Scary thing on this map, Tasteless. GuMiho loves to go mech when he gets a chance to, and I got to say this is a big opportunity for him to be going mech. This little hiccup in his build, might prove to make things a little bit harder, but I don't think it's too much of an impact because he did cancel it pretty early on. He didn't actually have the barracks 90% done or anything like that. He can just simply make it at home, and it's not the worst situation.
Huh. Cross spots now. This should be a map Impact can take this. The way this game started out, the sheer distance between the two. To them, yeah, I think this is if there's any map Impact can do it on, this should be the one.
Yeah, it should be the one. If he's going to play that sort of style that he has been playing for the last 2 games, without any sort of hiccups or any sort of early sort of shenanigans he has planned, if he just plays like a normal game, that's all I want to see from Impact at this point, because I'm convinced he can play that macro game and he can win it. He's just got to have the right tools for it, and he's never had the right tools for it because he has, tried to mix things up a little too much. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have that command center come down here now. That will be started after the reactor has been made here. 6lings from Impact.
Yeah, you see that drone? That cheeky drone? It's gonna try and cancel the CC.
That's so
SCV.
funny.
It's actually
Reaper's actually coming back.
Wow. That's cute.
I like it. And so he's going to come down here now. But that was a good delay there on the CC.
That was really good.
Oh, almost. That would have been cool.
Well, thanks to that SCV drilling at once. Nice little move there from GuMiho.
Just checking around now with these lings. Ling speed also started.
Yep. We got a factory on the way. And you're going to have a nice and early bunker as well for GuMiho. You get 4 Marines out by the looks of it. Only choosing to go for 1 Reaper, just to deny scouting. I feel like we're going to see mech Tasteless. I feel it in my bones.
Your bones.
Yep. My moon bones.
Moon bones? I like that. That's good. Link's coming down now. As this game is beginning to normalize. Also, substantial supply lead here for Zerg due to Impact thwarting GuMiho's original build.
There's that starport on the way. Maybe some Hellion Banshee. 11 lings, actually. Interesting. Maybe he's planning to do a run-by or something.
Oh, nice. Gets that extractor up there. Enough time to buy a little bit of time here.
This run-by is not going to do much, actually. A bit of a wasted investment because Hellions are going to come out. SCVs are going to repair the top of this ramp. Might get 1 SCV for his troubles. Not even that.
So he's going to have to leave for sure. heading out as those Hellions are coming. The Roach Warren has started, still on 2 base right now.
Oh, man.
We have no layer, right?
Yeah, no layer. So once again, Impact going for that kind of aggressive style, getting Roaches out early, as we did see in his previous games. I don't agree with this Tasteless. I think he had to mix it up.
I got to agree with you. I don't think this is the way to do it. Well, this drone has got quite a story.
He was an extractor multiple times.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
You know, before I was a hatcher, I went off and on as an extractor for a little bit. You know, I dabbled in my career choices as a drone.
Just couldn't find his identity.
Soon he's going to be a hatchery, though. By the way, Moonglade, do you know how many calories you have to eat to become a hatchery? I mean, that is serious.
Dude. You're going to be bulking harder than The Rock, man. And you seen how much that guy eats?
I saw that on the internet. That guy eats more than, like, a zoo lion. I don't even understand.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know how much calories it is. Oh, here we go. The classic GuMiho run by. And there's nothing here to stop it. Roaches are about to come out. Only a couple in the main. But still, he can one-shot drones for a little while longer.
Hellions are going to come down now. They did some damage to the drones. 7 drones dead now. So not bad here by GuMiho.
Not to mention the fact that he had to pull them off for the longest time as well. So, yeah, pretty big damage. 1
Hellion here is not going to do much.
No.
And they're going to both become evolution chambers. Another big career move there. Things turned out bad, but you know what? Go ahead and become an evolution chamber.
Is that a good thing to be, though? Because you eventually become redundant.
Well, I wouldn't say redundant, Moonglade. I'd say retired, okay?
Oh, well.
You know.
You're retired until Vipers need energy, then they suck the life from you. So, what does that mean, Tasteless?
Good point.
I don't know. That seems like a pretty horrible time in general.
Maybe an extractor would be the worst. You have no privacy, man.
That's the
people are just always around me.
They're just going inside.
The same 3 annoying drones going inside me. We have mech play.
They're taking your gas too. Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know.
I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know what that means, actually.
We should go there, Tasteless.
What do you think about the mech play here?
I think not surprising, to say the least. Not surprising at all. It's exactly what GuMiho wanted to do.
The 4 bases down here
for
this map.
Yeah, it is the map for mech. The other only map that you can really guarantee mech on most times is going to be Vani Research Station. That one's going to be later on, but yeah, GuMiho has always loved to go mech, but it's about finding the right time to go mech, I think. And a lot of these maps don't cater to it as well as Deadwing because of that 4 expansion pocket that you can defend from, that 1 choke. So, not too much of a surprise here. And look at this. Cloak Banshees, no detection, even more drone damage. We already see Impact get pretty far behind in workers for a point there.
Yeah, he's really abused him here when it comes to the harass.
Yeah.
I am actually excited to see Mech here. I'll play the role of Artosis and be like, Mech? Have we seen Mech? Mech's the best. That's the best unit comp in the game. And then the guy loses because he goes Mech. I'm like, Artosis. We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
We've all seen it.
So the Roaches are coming up now.
Oh. Well, nearly. Here we go.
Oh my God!
What do you even do?
What do you even do here? Oh my God! That's such a good shot there. 11 drones here. Oh my God! And he's not done, by the way.
It's only getting worse.
Oh man, that one at the up at the top. If he gets that, oh, that's so good.
Oh, 16 drones already.
This is bad.
This is bad. Oh,
You've been a bad sir. Oh my gosh! 22 drones. Banshees bounce the Roaches back across. Oh my God! Make it stop. Oh, 25 drones! So many drones!
That's a Moonglade Hellion right there.
That is. That's a Moonglade Hellion for sure, man.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing compared to that tasteless Banshee that just intimidated those Roaches up and going back.
And now, GuMiho is so far ahead. He's like so far ahead in a way that he shouldn't have been so far ahead, but he is now. Because of that ridiculous Hellion run by that Impact had no idea was coming, or simply like was not expecting it at all.
If you're a StarCraft unit, what would it be, Moonglade?
I would be what would I be? I never really thought about that.
Larva, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like to think I'd be like a male Kerrigan, Tasteless.
Male Kerrigan?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's just cheating. It was like, yeah, I'm the special character in the game.
Yeah, man.
What would you be, Tasus?
I'm the Thor, man.
You're the Thor?
Yeah,
you think you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or something today, man.
I do.
The Tastinator.
The Tastinator.
I'll be back.
Dude, what would you be if you were a Hearthstone card?
Be that dude fishing, man. As an Australian, I'd just be in the outback.
Oh, yeah, you'd be Nat Pagel or whatever?
Yeah, Nat Pagel.
Artosis would be that, what is it, the Gadgetin Auctioneer? I got the best cast anywhere.
he would be.
I'd be Ragnaros for sure, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, man.
You just randomly bop people?
Yeah.
That's your thing?
Bopping nerds without any discretion. I just, yeah.
Just whenever you feel
nerds
like
praying that Tasteless Fireball doesn't do 8 damage to them. So, we see a mech push coming up here. This is that 150 supply push. It's not that new, except that when we first saw it, there weren't Hellbats incorporated, which make them much stronger against these roaches.
Oh my god, that Spore Crawler was VIP, man.
No, it was an MVP Spore Crawler right there.
He got transfused so many times. Still, these Banshees remain, but there's an Overseer here for the time being. These Thors will get cleaned up. And nice counterattack.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought that would have been cleaned up by then. We came back there like a minute later, and that's still going on.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
GuMiho kind of falling apart here.
Yeah, it's actually
GuMiho sort of pulling an impact this game.
He is, but you know, the economies are kind of identical. Well, granted, we are seeing a lot of SCVs go down, but still on 3 bases for both, and both essentially similarly saturated as well. 4 meters remain, so not much of a threat in the air. Should probably eventually go into tanks from here. Man, we're already seeing Vipers on the map.
Yeah, you know, this was a great map for Impact. The distance is big enough. I mean, GuMiho's done a lot of damage. He's done a lot of harass, but, you know, if you do your main push and that gets crushed, does that harass really mean anything? Not as much.
Not as much, but you know what? GuMiho has a second chance in this map because that 4th base just landed. It's going to be a planetary. He's going to wall that off. And there's simply no way that Impact's going to find a way in unless he gets like the money blinding clouds or enough.
That's true.
Enough abducts to really make it a chance sort of engagement. Gets a lot harder from here for the Zerg.
GuMiho's really doing more scouting than harass here. We'll see that. Oh my God! Here we go again. These are Blue Flame Hellions. Oh man.
Oh.
And he is not done yet.
Get that extractor next.
Well, I mean, Hellions, again, just doing a good job killing off workers.
Yeah, and he sees the composition that's coming his way as well. Like, okay, you got Hydras. That probably means you got Vipers as well, so I kind of expect this to be coming my way.
So he's going for tanks now. Tanks with siege mode, really good against the Hydras.
Yeah, yeah. He wants to spread them out as much as he can to avoid these blinding clouds.
Impact's actually just running in here.
Yeah, he seems to have found his window of opportunity here. He's like, okay, this is my one chance to try and close this out, or
this
before
might
the game
actually
gets really
work.
hard.
It's 147 supply to 200 supply, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of Banshees.
All right, here we go.
First blinding cloud, pretty good one.
Yanking that Thor back there is annihilated by those Hydras. The second Thor also pulled back is going to be annihilated as well. Oh, nice hit there.
That's
Tanks
a game changer.
Siege mode. There's enough Thors up here, Hellbats too, that GuMiho has survived that attack.
That Seeker missile hits
huge.
So many Hydras.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 Hydras there.
That's ridiculous. That should never have happened.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't move that. Now, is Impact overextending here? Unfortunately, that turret does burn down, by the way.
Well, he's run out of time from here. He cannot do anything. He has to change up his style. He's going to go for something else. And guess what? Swarm hosts have been nerfed. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to say it. They've been nerfed, Tasteless. They're a completely different unit at this point. Let's see if he wants to use them, though, because I still think they have their place. And especially against mech, because they fly, the Locusts, when you upgrade them. And that gives them more of an opportunity to jump onto tanks and Thors and whatnot. So I think there's still potential there, but the only problem is that cooldown between Locust Swarms is severely increased. It's up to like 1 minute.
Oh, this is going to be a... Oh my God, I was going to say it's going to be a fortunate interception here for Impact. You know, Impact never quite with a good defense. GuMiho can just kind of send Hellions in at will.
Yeah.
Do a ton of damage.
Let's go some Hydras this time, though. All right. Luckily, he had some making on the way. And yeah, a lot of Spine Crawlers just for this reason alone.
Oh! Nope, doesn't stop that.
Turns
so
him
it's
into
going to be Zerg on 6 bases soon here.
What was that? Oh, I got 2 Hydras.
What was that? He just like yanked the Hellion over there?
And he killed 2 Hydras for it.
That's so funny.
That's so sad.
What was it? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know, man. Now, look, because they have +3 attack, they can two-shot.
Yeah.
Two-shot drones.
Even scarier now.
It's ridiculous, man. It brings me back to that time. You know, you remember that time when Blue Flame used to give the Hellions the ability to two-shot workers?
Yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't
Horrible times, Tasus.
it? I forgot you were Zerg then.
I was Zerg, man.
We have another attack coming across the map here. Still Hellions running freely on the map. These are free-range Hellions.
Very healthy.
Very healthy, yep. I only play with free-range Hellions.
Yeah.
Changeling's going to go in here and peek. Zerg getting the upgrades.
That's cute. Here we go. Looks like Blinding Cloud. Nope. Abduct. Abduct.
What is this?
He like actually gets a good
so
vantage
funny.
point.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
He's got the high ground up there. This is definitely a bit of an odd moment here. The Banshee's going to take care of this pretty easily. He's going to split up these roaches. He's hoping the Terran's going to get spread out. And you know what? It's working. Terran is not... Well, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. Terran's just going to straight up push.
Terran's like, okay, I guess I'll just move that. We're actually seeing ultras being made here.
Some say that Mega's the most cost-efficient army in the game.
Some say that, Tasus. Some crazy people say that.
Let's see if it's going to be the case coming up here. Lots of SVs pulled to this. This is usually for repair more than it is for tanking damage.
Yeah, can be for both though. This is like a kind of a good timing because the ultras aren't out yet. He does have a nice window for it. It's going to be like Ultra Queen with obviously some Blinding Clouds and Hydra Roach to back it up. Not many Vipers out in the map though. And that's a pretty healthy number of Vikings to one-shot them if they do come out.
I would feel like he needs to push a little bit quicker here.
He needs to find a better vantage point.
Yeah, he's just kind of holding this position not far from the tower.
Oh, he sees the Unsiege, and here we go.
All right, a point defense run is thrown down here. And the SVs are actually going to come up here and try to tank in the front since they're not doing as much repairing. Nice blinding, actually not nice blinding clouds, just a little bit behind there. So they don't even do that much damage.
Wow.
Landing the Vikings here. Oh my God, here we go again.
Not enough. He just steamrolled through it,
He didn't even have him in siege mode.
Yeah, unsiege tanks casually.
Did you know that tanks not in siege mode can attack? I just learned this just now. I've been cashing this game for 4 years. I just learned that tanks can attack, not in siege mode. That is crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Wow.
They seem to do pretty decent damage even without the siege mode, so that's just even crazier. And from here, he's checkmated, man. There's no way he's going to be able to get out.
Here we go again. Oh. GuMiho just better. The longer the game goes, all you have to do is last about 24 minutes as GuMiho, and he wins.
He's going to try and clean this up with a big muta switch, but I still think that's too many Thors, and they're too upgraded for mutas.
There's Vikings there, too, doing tons of damage.
And they're all 3-3.
Yeah, of course. GG. Another 3-0 victory. GuMiho, well won. He deserves that win. A solid player. Just simply put, another league in the late game compared to Impact.
Absolutely. Just that much stronger. Impact, you know, all 3 games.
Better, faster, stronger.
Yep, he's just like that Daft Punk song.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Impact, he's good, but he's got some work to do still.
Well, he needs to just play macro games instead of trying to go for these roach attacks that seem to be just getting destroyed and foiled.
Doesn't seem to quite know how to handle these full-on endgame battles.
Yeah.
Seems like he needs a little bit more work from that.
He needed many more Vipers than that to pepper the ground with Blinding Clouds so he could actually just crush that army.
Well, that does it for our first 2 best of 5s, which means it's time for Flash.
Flash versus Super.
I'm excited.
That should be a lot of fun.
I can't wait. Unfortunately, for Impact, he just was not in the same league here as GuMiho. GuMiho is back in Code S. I look forward to casting him
where he belongs, Tasus.
You're right. That's where he belongs.
And yeah, rough day for Axiom, man. Dropping 6 games in a row.
No kidding. Yeah, not one game was won here for Axiom.
Yeah, it's a rough.
I will say though that definitely better early game there from Impact. We're going to go to a short little break, and when we return, we're going to go on to Super against Flash here for our final best of 5 in the GSL Code S.